Oh, not really. I think I'm inheriting an incredibly successful organisation. So my job is just to build on the amazing foundations I've been left and try and help the organisation move forward after COVID.
Well, I was going to say, with COVID in mind, you are now going to have to try and help rebuild our tourist industry. How easy is that going to be, and what are your priorities?
I think at this stage we just don't know. Over the last 4 months we've seen incredibly strong domestic appetite, at least for the heritage services assets we've got here, and the Roman baths in particular. Easter was absolutely fantastic. We had about 15,000 visitors through the doors. Most of those are coming from the UK though. So I think domestically we're back on track and the recovery's going well. We just don't know what the summer's going to hold. I think we all hope that there will be a strong influx of inbound tourists from overseas, but I don't think we'll see the Chinese market recover that well. They're still in lockdown in a number of places, so we're reliant on European and American visitors. The worry for us is potentially that people from the UK see the benefits of going overseas this summer, and we see a bit of a drop-off in visitation. But what we've seen throughout the pandemic and over the last few months is the offer's still strong. We have great visitor feedback, and we have a lot of people from across the United Kingdom coming through our assets, and they love it.
Now, as a Bathonian, I'm very lucky, as are all the ratepayers in this city, to be able to have a discovery card, which of course gives us free admission. A lot of people are getting in contact with the Bath Newseum to say, our cards run out. What are we going to do? Is there going to be a new drive, a new discovery card? What is the situation there?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the pandemic gave us an opportunity to look at the scheme again, and the main one being, how can we make the cards a bit more sustainable? So handing out lots of bits of non-biodegradable plastic to people isn't the best thing we can do in the world. So we're looking at sourcing biodegradable cards. We're on that now, they're coming through, and we're looking to relaunch the scheme in late May of this year, all things being well. But people don't need to wait. If you are a previous Discovery card holder, that will still work. You can still present that at the door. And if you don't have a Discovery card, you can come with your council tax bill or some other proof of address, and that will still get you in for free.
That's going to reassure an awful lot of people. Now, behind us, to one side of the Great Bath, is a barrier, because for many months now work has been going on to, I think, waterproof and then repave that part of York Street. Of course, within that area is the new World Heritage Centre, which opened very briefly. What is the plan now? How soon will the barriers come down and the World Heritage Centre reopen?
Well, like with any building project in a heritage environment, you can have your time scales and your timetables, but until you pull the walls back, you pull the stones back, you just don't know what you're going to find. Having said that, the guys there are doing an absolutely amazing job, and we're hoping to reopen the World Heritage Centre on the 9th of May. There's still building work to do, but we're going to try for that.
I looked down then to see if your fingers were crossed.
They're not crossed, but things are going well. We've got a great team of people working on it. It's going to make a massive improvement to the streetscape there. It's going to look beautiful. And as you said, the road was very leaky. It meant a lot of water came through every time it rained into the historic vaults underneath the road. And we have actually turned them into a bespoke education space associated with our new Claw Learning Centre. So we really do need that road waterproof so we can welcome even more kids through to explore the Roman baths.
Is it a little embarrassing for you that on the Stall Street side of the Roman Baths complex, you have a colonnade which is in the heart of Heritage Bath, and one side of it has recently been painted? As far as production companies coming and filming in that area in the future, they've got a bit of a problem on their hands.
I wouldn't say it's embarrassing. I think, as in anywhere in Bath, it's a very complex sort of ownership environment with different people taking different levels of responsibility for the care of the buildings. And sometimes things happen which maybe put them out of whack with the areas around them. I mean, having said that, I don't think, having spoken to our filming colleagues or the people in the film office, that we'll have any trouble attracting any any film companies to Bath, and anything they do need to do to rebalance the vista they can do in post-production or do on the day.
Are you saying you're powerless to tell, I'm assuming it's Primark, to scrape it off again?
I'm not powerless, I'm saying it's not really my responsibility. We're talking to other colleagues in the council who look after the leasing of our estate, and they're on the case, undoubtedly.
I shall keep an eye on that one. Just a little matter, but something that was raised. We were very proud to get a second inscription as one of the great spas of Europe. Again, on the Stall Street exit, I suppose I should call it, there is a plaque on the wall that was put up after 1987, when Bath had its first inscription as a World Heritage Site. Will you be having a whip round to put another plaque up underneath it?
We haven't really talked about that yet, actually. I think we need to think about the Stall Street entrance to the pump room a bit wider and think about how it interacts with the World Heritage Centre when that opens. So watch this space is what I'm saying.
You said yourself as we walked across to this point, you've been here 6 months. No regrets?
Oh, no, absolutely none at all. People always say this, and I'm not in the interview anymore, but it's absolutely a dream job. It's everything I would want. Incredible set of buildings and collections to look after, not just the Roman Baths, the art gallery, fashion museum collection, the record office. Really high performing team and an absolutely beautiful city to work within, so I'm loving it.
You remind me of one last question. Is there any new development around the fashion museum? I know the search is on to find a new site for it.
Imminent. We've got a variety of irons in the fire, but nothing I can disclose at this time, so I don't want to tease anyone, but it really is watch this space. We'll hopefully have some very exciting announcements later on this year.